A very good evening to you. This is Prime TV News. Let's take a look at today's headlines first. $402 iPhones, 17,400 SIM cards and 60 routers seized from a house in Negombo. President points out that the entire country will be a desert if the environment is not protected. Prime Minister says the Poson Festival will be held with state sponsorship centering Mihintale. Sri Lankan Airlines is named the world's most punctual airline. Heavy rain in Colombo, Gampaha, Puttalam and Kandy. And in headlines overseas, Theresa May resigns. And now we move on to the news in detail. Police spokesman SP Gunasekara has said that communication equipment, including 402 brand new iPhones, was seized from a house at Ethukala in Negombo today. The police spokesman said that 17,400 SIM cards, 60 routers and 3 laptops were among the items that were seized. 3 suspects, including a Chinese, were arrested. SP Gunasekara said that these items were discovered when the Special Task Force personnel raided a house at Ethukala following a tip-off. He said the police believe that the suspects were operating an illegal communication center in the house that was raided. SP Gunasekara added that the Criminal Investigations Department and Telecommunication Regulatory Commission officials arrived at the scene to assist in the investigation. President Maithripala Sirisena has said that if action was not initiated to protect the environment, the transformation of the country into a desert cannot be prevented. The president made this reference addressing a function held in the Dunumadalawa area in Kandy. This function was held with the launch of a reforestation program, removing the pinus cultivation and planting other local saplings within the Dunumadalawa area coming under the authority of the Kandy Municipal Council. It was organized under the patronage of the president. The president planted a me sapling. Further expressing his views at this function, the president mentioned that all measures will be implemented for the protection of the forest resources. President Maithripala Sirisena said that the forest density, which stands at 28% at present, decreases by 1.5% annually. If so, after 15 years, the country will become a desert if the destruction of the forest continues. Preservation of the country's natural resources is essential today. Everyone's dedication to safeguard these resources is vital for the existence of human beings and animals. The president said that a memorandum will be presented to the cabinet next week to ban the import of machinery used to fell trees. He said that a decision was taken last week after the progress review meeting of the Environment Ministry to stop the issue of new permits for carpentry sheds. The operation of sawmills will come to an end after 5 years. This time period is given for them to find other income-earning avenues. He added that if such stringent laws are not enforced, it would be impossible to protect the environment. A group including governors Maitri Gunaratne and Sarath Ekanayake joined in the occasion. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has said that this year's Poson Festival will be held with full state sponsorship on a grand scale centering Mihintale. The Prime Minister made this reference at a discussion held at Temple Trees.
Premier
Wickremesinghe said the Poson celebrations will be held on a grand scale with state patronage giving priority to religious rituals. The Prime Minister said that all arrangements have been made to have the Poson celebrations in all provinces.
It was stated that more than 1 million people are expected in Anuradhapura, where the main Poson celebration will be held. The Premier said all the necessary facilities have been provided for the convenience of the devotees. The Prime Minister Wickremesinghe further said that while many pandals and decorations planned to be constructed for Vesak were not displayed due to the situation in the country at the time, arrangements have been made to display all these pandals and decorations during the Poson festival. He emphasized that special security arrangements have been put in place to ensure the safety of the devotees during the Poson season. Expressing views on the initiatives that should be taken at the regional level to prevent communal clashes, Premier Wickremesinghe said that the arrival of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi clearly indicates the consolidation of security in the country. He said that he had had discussions with foreign diplomats and they accepted that there are no ISIS groups in the island. But they are having an issue, and that is whether communal clashes would surface. He said he wished to remind the district secretaries not to permit the surfacing of communal clashes in their areas. He called on them to summon committees that have been established at the village level. He mentioned that if one incident occurs, there would be a breakdown in the tourism industry. Some are attempting to create communal disturbance to achieve political mileage, but added that such things would be a law to the economy. But added that such things would be a law to the economy of the country.
The bodies of those who died by exploding bombs in the Saint Marudu area were exhumed today. The bodies that were exhumed today were that of parents of Mohammed Saharan, who steered the April 21st terror attacks, and that of his brothers and their wives. It was done to get samples of their bodies.
This group died exploding bombs within a house in the Bolivarian village at Saint Marudu in Kalmune on the 26th of April this year. Among the group were the father, mother, brothers and their wives, as well as children of Mohammed Saharan of the National Tawheed Jamaat organization. It was revealed that Ahmed Lebbe Mohammed Niaz, an active member of the Kalmune area of National Tawheed Jamaat organization, was among them. Their bodies were buried at the Ampara Urban Council Cemetery recently, sans religious rites. However, their bodies were exhumed today with the intention of getting body samples for a DNA test, as some samples dispatched to the government analyst earlier were spoiled. Body parts were exhumed again under the supervision of Ampara Chief Magistrate Asanga Hettiarachi and the guidance of Judicial Medical Officer Ruchira Nadira and Police Superintendent of the Ampara Division Samantha Vijayasekara. Action was initiated to secure body parts of 3 elders and 1 child.
The fundamental rights petition filed by the Inspector General of Police against the decision to send him on compulsory leave has been postponed until the 24th of June. Additional Solicitor General Indika Demuni de Silva, who appeared on behalf of the Attorney General, sought another day for its consideration as time was needed to solicit advice with respect to the petition. The attorney who appeared on behalf of the Inspector General pointed out the need for an expeditious hearing of the petition. The judge ordered that notices be issued to the respondents. In his petition, the Inspector General of Police said that he had not received an invitation for a meeting of the National Security Council after October 2018. The Mount Lavinia Magistrates Court has issued an interim injunction banning the conduct of illegal processions or meetings today within the Dehiwala Police Division, causing obstructions to public peace. The Dehiwala Police had received an intelligence report that a group, including the Venerable Akmimana Dayaratna Thera, was organizing an illegal procession and a meeting. The Dehiwala Police reported to the Mount Lavinia Magistrates Court that as a result, a disturbance and a violent situation may surface between the public, causing obstructions to peace. Accordingly, the court issued an order totally banning the conduct of processions and meetings scheduled for today within the Dehiwala Police Division. This order has been issued under the provisions of the emergency regulations. The travel warning issued by the government of the Netherlands to its citizens to Sri Lanka has been relaxed. Travel limits to Sri Lanka imposed on several countries, including Britain, have so far been withdrawn. The Netherlands government warned its citizens to refrain from touring Sri Lanka other than for an essential matter after the Easter Sunday attacks. But the Netherlands embassy in Sri Lanka said due to security measures that are in place in the island, the travel warning has been relaxed. European countries as well as the Netherlands have decided that it is not an issue for their citizens to visit Sri Lanka as security in the island nation has been consolidated. Many citizens from the Netherlands head towards Sri Lanka within the last few years. The Netherlands embassy said that this figure had doubled from the year 2015. Southwest monsoon conditions are gradually establishing over the island and therefore showery and windy conditions are expected to enhance further tomorrow, particularly in the southwestern part.
The Department of Meteorology said that showers or thundershowers will occur at times in western, southern, central, Sabaragamuwa and northwestern provinces. Heavy rainfall above 100 millimeters has been forecast at some places, particularly in southern and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Kalutara district, and fairly heavy falls above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places in Gampaha, Colombo, Putlam and Nuwara districts. Showers or thundershowers may occur at several places elsewhere over the island, particularly after 2 p.m, while fairly heavy rainfall above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places in eastern and Uva provinces. Fairly strong gusty winds up to 40 kilometers per hour are also likely over the country, particularly in the central hilly areas and over southern coastal areas. Showery and windy conditions are expected to enhance further tomorrow in the southwestern and southern sea areas to the island. Showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the sea areas off the coast, extending from Mannar to Hambantota via Colombo and Galle. Heavy showers can be expected at some places in the southern sea areas. Showers or thundershowers may occur at several places in the other sea areas around the island. Winds will be southwesterly and speed will be 30 to 40 kilometers per hour in the sea areas around the island.
And now we head into today's business segment.
The Sri Lankan Airlines has been named as the world's most punctual airline, with 90.75% of its flights in May 2019 being on time throughout its route network. In a statement, Sri Lankan Airlines said this was the second occasion in less than 12 months that Sri Lankan Airlines had achieved this milestone, having also achieved the world's #1 ranking in September 2018 with a punctuality rating of 91.37%. It mentioned that this achievement is all the more impressive due to the challenges caused by heightened security at Sri Lankan's hub at Colombo's Katunayake International Airport, and clearly demonstrates the extraordinary commitment of the national carrier in providing the finest service to its customers even during a period of adversity.
all the news we have for you tonight. For more information, you can log on to www.itnnews.lk. I'm Umayangi Vijay Surya signing off for Prime TV News. Good night.